Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be creating another custom theme system. So it has been quite a long while since we've actually done one of these, a colour based system or a theme based system, anything like that. But yeah, today what I thought we'd do is, as summer's coming, I'm going to make a summer themed solar system. So we're going to be using sort of it, nice bright colours, sunny colours, blues, yellows, beaches, something like beach-like planets, lots of archipelago, ocean planets, like a real like sort of summer theme. So without further ado, let's get into this. We're going to go into a new simulation to begin with. Right, so star-wise, so this is going to be a pretty hackable system as well. We're going to have a lot of objects here that are going to be oh, excuse me, we're going to have a lot of objects here which are going to be pretty hackable. So I think we're going to need a nice fair star for this. So I'm actually going to go with where's Alpha A? Well, where is it? It used to be next to the sun. Oh my god, am I losing my mind? There it is, yes. Oh, that was always down here, wasn't it? Okay, so Alpha Centauri A. I think that's going to be a nice spot. And then I guess we could maybe go over binary of Alpha B as well. Maybe have it a fair gap out, maybe. Right. Apologies for that, guys. Apologies for the coughing. Alpha A and Alpha B? What do we... God, this is annoying. What do we think? Maybe further distance. I'm going to say 35 AU. I'm going to go there. So orbits. Okay, so that should orbit that. Okay. Put the zones on, so we should see Alpha A and Alpha B. They got a fairly nice zone there. So what I'm going to do is, just to make things slightly more interesting, we have a slight eccentric design, of course. So yeah. Okay, and 0.1. Slightly inclined, actually. Yes. Something more like that. So maybe eccentric, slightly more inclined. Nah, I'm not buying that. Right. Let's just put that straight to 0. 147 years. Is that a nice... I think that's a big enough gap, yeah. So Alpha A, Alpha B. Right. Oh god, this cough. Sorry guys. Really apologise for that. Right. I was completely fine before I started talking in this video, so it's very annoying. Right. And I'm thinking maybe just it's like a proper nice yellow summery star for Alpha 8. So a nice sort of yellow tint to him there. And then we'll keep Alpha B slightly more. So we'll see how that shows. But anyways, first of the planets. So I'm thinking summery, where it's going to be sort of warm, hot. So I think we could probably get away with a desert-like object as well. So I'm going to have that as our closest planet to the sun here. So what are we thinking? I have the deserts from the old competitions. Maybe we could bring one of those back into life. So I always like Desert 3. I think that's one I always pick. So I'm just going to try this one first. So looks like it's already going to be fragmenting by the looks of it. Right. I'm going to place that there. Right, so is it actually losing materials? I don't know what that was all about. Okay, so let's have a look at this guy. So this is an old object, competition object. So what does this guy actually look like underneath? Let's see what we got. Okay, so it's pretty warm. So anything unique about? I just want to actually let's actually just spawn them all and see which one we want to roll with. So these are all competition objects. So we can pick which sort of one we want to keep. And desert one, I think, is it? So which one of these is looking the best? Obviously, some of them probably look a lot different from when we last saw them because we're in a much newer version of the game now. Desert planet. I'm quite liking the way this one's looking. I think this one has an object tint to it as well. If I just look here. Yeah, I think it was this object, wasn't it? Desert 5. Yeah, so this one has a tint to it. So I think I'm going to roll with that one, actually. So, yeah. I'm liking this one the most, just because it's got that little extra to it, so auto orbit. Okay, right. So let's see how it's looking. Oh, yes. Okay. So very deserty. It's got a bit of ocean to it as well, but let's actually have a little look at the surface colours. Right, so we can't do much to the tint because it's obviously quite tinted anyway. But what I could try is just try and make it have a sandy sort of look to it, maybe a darker... So that's quite an important shade there. Yellowy desert, quite a hot desert. Let's see. Okay, high elevation does nothing. Low elevation is All of those spots there. Oh, I quite like that. So we have a dark craters of some kind, stuff. So that really sort of stands out, actually. Obviously, none of the other colours will do much, will they? I mean, apologies for that. I'm just getting over a cold, everyone. Oh man. Oh, so annoying. Right. I'm going to go with black. I think that actually does look quite good. This water's got to go as well. I don't like that at all. So we could go with good old... Ooh. Maybe like we could have a tropical desert. So a desert world, but then it has these tropical patches of water, maybe? Could be quite interesting. It's got to be a sort of light blue shade. So something like that. Let's actually increase our water a bit as well. So maybe instead of being it could be quite a desert-like archipelago. So it's got a lot of ocean, but it's got a lot of desert islands as well. So trying to find a spot which is habitable could be a bit of a trouble, but it's more of a vacation, holiday place, I guess, is what we're sort of getting from this. And obviously it's got those beautiful clouds on top of it as well. We can obviously, I don't know how much we can really... Yeah, so we've just broken it there. Look, as soon as we change the appearance, it stopped the thickness of them. But honestly, I'm not fussed. I want to see a bit of the surface. So that's looking good. I'm not going to change the colour, though, because I know that 100% that will ruin it. But we could, I mean, if we want to put it back the way it was, I mean, all we have to do is that, basically. And that's looking... Double fix looking pretty good. But let's have wispy and turbulent. Or maybe a double turbulent. No, a little too much there. Storm. I do like Storm. It's my favourite one. I'm going to go Storm and then Wispy together, I think. Something like that, maybe. So it's got, so you can still see to the surface. I'm loving the way this is looking so far. I just want to see... I don't know if the star is... Okay, so it's not the star colour, it's tinting that. Okay, cool. Alright, that's fine. Because I know, obviously, if I did this, it actually... If you change the colour of your star, it will change the look of your planet. So that looks awesome. But yeah, I do want to make sure the colour isn't being adapted too much. So, obviously, I want my star yellow. That's what a star looks like with normal white. That's with my yellow tint, so you don't really see much of a difference. So, yeah, I do want the star to have a bit of yellow to it, though, just to have that real summery yellow look to it. Okay, it's actually receiving light from Alpha Centauri B as well, by the looks of it. You can see there's a tiny... So there's Alpha B over there. They got a tiny glow of light behind. I like that. That's cool. Right. But I'm loving the way that is looking. I think that's a fantastic looking design after this. I really, really like that. City lights, of course. We're going to go with a nice exotic blue. Actually, the planet's tinted anyway, so we can't actually really do much to the city lights. So, or can we? I think I customized the wrong option, actually. No, we can. Okay. So go with a nice sort of blue look to him. Yeah, okay. That's looking good. It's got obviously nice load of oceans. I think that's a great looking world there. I'm really liking that. 0 degrees. Let's actually see temperature wise. Where are we going to be sitting with this object anyway? So let's actually have a look. Okay, so we don't want it going too hot like that. So you can see that's immediately an issue. So we do need to work on that straight away. So where are we? 1.3 atm down here. Okay, we're going to go to albedo. And actually, if we look, we can now use... See, this zone here, this is great for making systems because now we can actually really work and actually try and get our planets exactly where we want them. So usually the place you want to be is in between green and red. Right on the edge of red is where you want to roughly be sitting. So let's let it sort itself out, see where we sort of end up. Oh, spinny. Okay, right. Okay, so it's slowly working there, so let's continue with the albedo. A little bit more of them. Okay, so we just need to slowly go into the green. Also, what we could do is lower the infrared down a bit. There you go. That should hopefully help them out. We need a bit though, so something like that. Let's move that back to alpha A. Loving the yellow look to it. It looks great. Right. How are we doing now? 33 degrees, 32. Okay, so that's looking more comfortable temperature. So, oh, okay, we're running a little quick though. Okay, so we're roughly sitting around 33. Okay, I'm liking it. How are we looking? I guess we could lower the ATM a bit to 1.2, 1.1 maybe, just a little less there. Infrared, just lower it a bit more. Just lower that greenhouse down. And then albedo, I will give you a slight more increase there as well. 25, 26 degrees. So it's quite a warm world, but as a nice vacation spot, a nice holiday spot, I'd say. So There's our first world. Its orbit is looking good. Perfect. That's a good looking start. I really like the way that has turned out. A great tinted object there. So it's got the nice oceans, got some thick clouds, nice wispy, stormy clouds going on there. So very archipelago, lots of islands to check out. A very nice vacation spot. Also got some city lights as well. That's a good looking world. I'm liking that. So that is a Lombi. So it's nice to bring out one of the old competition objects and then make it into something new. So that's looking great. But yeah, if anyone remembers if this was your object, let us know in the comments. And then also throw the atmosphere back on. We have the atmosphere switched off. So there we go. With and without. I think the atmosphere is also going to have to be, to make it look very tropical. I think we're going to have something like that. So we don't want to make it too thick, of course. But I do want to have a bit of blue. Turn off of that as well. But yeah, that's looking pretty nice. But yeah, I don't want the atmosphere being too dominant. I want to be able to see down. So 0.1. Times it up a bit. Somewhere there, I think. So the atmosphere is there, not too visible. So it's a nice gold and cyan blue look to it. Looking good. So that's our closest planet to the star. So nothing too close. But if we look here, its distance from the star is 2.19 months. So it's 0.3 AU. So I'll see a 30% distance of the Earth there, effectively. Right, okay, moving on. Next up. I'm thinking a hot ocean world. Kind of like Kepler 22b, but with a higher ocean or higher temperature. So could we go off any cool... Oh, I know exactly what to use. Where are we? Where are they? Too many worlds. I'm going to use one of these objects here. So if we're going to go for a tropical look, I'm going to go with version 7, which is a lime green. We're going to place it 0.6 AU somewhere there. 0.7 AU. Yep. Okay, here it is. So this was a modded cloud object, so we can't alter the clouds in any way. But if we look underneath, atmosphere on, clouds off. So that's what it looks like underneath. Got snow on it as well, apparently. But what we're going to do here is atmosphere. We're straight away going to thin that out. So the atmosphere is less visible. We're going to make it just blue for now. Right, ocean. We want a very heavy ocean world. Let's let it fill up. Hide all of that so we can see underneath. So oceans. We're going to go with a nice, vibrant blue design here. Somewhere there. Yep. Okay. So we can see the star color is tinting this a bit. So if we just go back to the star, it's annoying that the star can tint this stuff, but obviously that's what it should look like. The star does tint it down. So I don't want the star tinting too much. So it's annoying. It is very annoying that the star does tint stuff when you change the color. But I'm gonna go with. So that's what it looks like normally. Just a slight yellow tint to him then. Just a tiny bit. I don't want to tint the planet too much. So somewhere there. We'll give it its yellow trail. Okay, right. Leave the star alone. Right. Okay. So, atmosphere on, clouds on. So that's what we got now. So it's all ocean, beautiful clouds. I'm not going to change any of the cloud presets. I don't want to mess anything up. But actually, you know what I will try is, I think, can we do anything? Let's see. Oh, no, we can change the cloud presets. It's just the colour. If we change the colour, it will ruin it. So, okay, that's fine then. And I'm guessing the coverage and stuff, I'm not touching any of that. Because you can see the opacity's got a custom value there. So we're not touching nothing there. So it's just this that we can do. So if we can go... I mean, if it's an ocean world, we're going to have some heavy storms going on here. Very, very bright storm action. Okay, and then colour. So what atmosphere colour? Think lime green with lime green clouds, light blue ocean. Maybe make it a little thinner, white atmosphere. So what we think? I'm thinking the green is looking good. Lime green. Obviously we can change this level as well. So we're gonna have yep, keep the atmosphere fairly thick. 35 degree or 35%. Lovely blue ocean underneath. So it's an all ocean world. Very exotic clouds to boot with them as well. That's what it looks like under. So yeah, pretty vibrant blue. I wish the oceans could have more texture to them, I have to say, but that's fine. Got a bit of polar caps on it as well. Nice ice patches. But there you go. I mean, snow. I mean, I guess light blue, but there is no snow on here anyway. Right, temperature. How are we doing? 0 degrees. So it's warming up. Perfect. Put the zone on. Let's see roughly where we're sitting. We are in the green zone. Okay, so this should hopefully already be pre-built for us then. Let's see how it how we resort to it. So, okay. Ooh, getting a little warm. All right. Albedo, where are you? Got a nice atmosphere. Let's have a bit more reflectiveness. Okay. All ocean though. I want it to be still a fairly warm ocean, so I'm expecting to be over 20 degrees at all times. So let's see. Okay, we're going to max out around 20. Okay. Alright, maybe a little too much. Just have a little bit more to it. 0.63. Okay, somewhere there. Yes, perfect. And then what I'm going to do is interface. We're going to do a nice lime green. Perfect. That's looking good. I love that first planet as well. That's a great looking planet, that is. Right, cool. Right, so there's 2 objects so far around Alpha 8. Right, moving on. So, nice ocean design there. Right, next up. What are we thinking? Oh, my cursor's on LP12. I would like to try and bring good old LP12. And you know I like this object. This is one of the coolest modded objects. And it's always a weird one. It's always, because it's such an old version of the game. It always looks very weird. So let's try and build this into some sort of summer designed world. So first of all, city lights. We're going to swap those straight to regular. Put a nice seed on. Let's get a nice bunch of lights going on. Something like that. Yes. Right. Clouds. Where are we? There's no clouds at the moment. Atmosphere off. So that's what we look like underneath. So, although the clouds are there. Okay. So, opacity. Okay, there you are. Right. Now, what do we want to do with LP12? I'm thinking a more greenish version. So, the first object is a desert world at the start. But I'm thinking more of a savannah kind of design to it. So, let's try... Atmosphere, we're going to go blue. We're just going to go for regular blue. Turn that on. So just a pale blue atmosphere. Clouds are going to have nice white clouds for now. Now design-wise, we want obviously some oceans. We need to level up some water here, and that is that's a very exotic watercolor. I forgot this world always has a very exotic ocean look to it. So, or is it ice? Actually, it may actually be ice. Or I don't know actually. Ooh. So I don't know. Oh, this is a tinted world, of course. Right, 0 degrees. Let's warm you up. Yes, it always looks. It's always a surprise, this one. And it looks like it's got that glitch with the heat on it. Oh, that's weird. It's like that. Whoa, what is going on here? Right, let's see if we can actually get this world to cooperate. Where are we in the zone? Okay, we need a little more temperature to him then. So, yeah, lower the albedo a bit. Atmosphere, infrared, we're going to turn you up. ATM, we're going to go to 1.0. Press play. Let's see. I want to try and get you in the positives. This seems to be one of these glitchy worlds with temperature, so I don't know if we can do much to it, unfortunately. We saw this in the Colonizing Solar System series, where when we tried to make Saturn, for instance, warmer, it kept doing this nonsense. So let's see if we can try and figure out if we can fix it with LP12. 0 degrees. See, it won't have it. No matter what you do to it, it just will not have it. Unless I make the planet larger, maybe. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, it's warming up now. Alright, let's see. And what I want to do is we want to melt all of that ice. There you go. Okay. Look at the state of that. I mean, look, it looks absolutely bonkers. What is going on here? Water. That is so strange. Ice. Look at this. This is absolutely bonkers. Snow. Okay, so it's snow on it. Alright. It looks absolutely bonkers, this does. Okay. But I do want to have a sort of green desert-like look to it. Savannah. So, okay, that's a nice colour to have there. Right. Let's have it as a darker green. But we got too much water on here, obviously, so let's lower some of that down. What's this if I just remove the water completely? Okay, no water is on it, so... Yes, the object hint that's really... changing this, but I mean this is just absolutely bonkers, this world. I mean, what is going on here? I mean, atmosphere, I mean, maybe we have a deeper, thicker atmosphere just so we can hide some of that tint to it. Something like that, maybe. I mean, I just want to have the water looking good. That's all I want. So that's all water at the moment. Such a glitchy world. See, I think this world's coming to the end of its life in my videos because it's just because it's such an old model, an old design. It has all these old settings on it, and they don't cooperate with the newer version of the game very well. I guess it's got some volcanic activity as well, but LP12 not really what I had in mind for it, I have to say. I mean, I think it's going to have to be a very stormy, dangerous, or more dangerous sort of a location. So we're going to have to go something like that. It's going to be... we're going to go with a nice exotic blue look to it. Hey, where's my clouds? Oh, put them back. But yeah, very, very strange design. I mean, look at the state of that. I mean, that is... yeah, not what I had in mind at all. I mean, is that going to cool down? I mean... it has. Okay, it has cooled down then. Alright. We may be able to make it work then. I love the clouds with it though. That's the thing. Okay, let's just get underneath again. So this is the mess we got underneath. So ice. Okay, when there's no ice on it, water. So water's got a big impact here. So you can see the planet's yellow tinted. So we need to try and find a shade that looks good with the yellow tint. See, that is a... okay, but yeah, it's the surface colour as well. I want to really make this work. See, everything just goes yellow with this tint, so we need to try and find a way for it to work with the tint. So I think maybe darker shades are probably the way to go then. Maybe we can have a sort of a dark... let's say that looks more like a dark green now. Grey won't work. It has to be a deeper shade. What's all this light green down here? What exactly is that? Is that snow? It is snow. Okay, we don't want no snow. Turn it off. Okay, so let's just turn it off. Get out of here. Right. That's looking more decent now. And a bit of higher water count. Now, is there anything we can do about the watercolour? See, tinted objects always make the customization so bonkers. Water. Okay, so is there anything we can do? Can we just have blue? Any shade of deep blue water? So the yellow, you can see the yellow tint on it is very crazy. Any shade of blue. See the yellow tint is so strong on here. It makes any tint pretty bizarre. Green. Could be extreme green water. Very, very tropical. I mean, what sort of stuff does that water have to make it green? What do you think of that? That's not looking so bad now. White clouds. So it's looking more Earth-like. Maybe a thinner blue. No, I think that ruins it. I think it does need that. It does need that blue atmosphere to really give it the kick it needs. Maybe we'll thicken the atmosphere a bit. It's growing on me. I will say it is growing on me. City-like colour. We can definitely have something interesting here. If I go over... so I know the planet's still tinted. What colours can we sort of roll with? Go over greenish blue, I guess. Somewhere there. Alright, okay. But it's just that watercolour. That is a big thing there. I think doesn't he doing cloud colour? See, I think the white clouds boot with it quite nicely. And then yeah, it's just this opacity. We just need to figure out where we want to sort of have that. But I'm just going to hide all this again. It's just this watercolour. Is that too much? We can dim it down again, but then it doesn't really have that sort of stand to it. I mean, that yellow. You see, like how crazy that yellow tint is. Such a crazy looking world. But I think I'm going to roll with it. Is there anything we can do to make it look more blue? Deeper blue doesn't do anything. But I think somewhere around there is probably the bit closest you're going to get to blue. I mean, it's just not happening, is it? So, there you are. Any snow? Bit of snow in the south, I guess. Red snow. Oh my god. I'm going to keep the glowing yellow. It just has that little extra effect to it. It just makes it look really cool. So, yeah, there we go. Right. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Just going to lower this a bit more. Maybe just to make it slightly more interesting as well. I'm going to have a tilt. Kind of like, not a Uranus level, more of a, maybe a, yeah, somewhere there. So the south is getting a bit of that light at the moment. I'm going to have it tilted, just to make it slightly more interesting. And you can see this nice golden, look at this patch of water here, that golden sort of reflection to it. Very, very interesting design there. And there you go. LP12, a whole new look to LP12. What do you think of that? Very, very bizarre design. 152 degrees, that is not allowed. We are getting rid of that right now. So, where are we? Albedo. Let's get that up a bit. Obviously, that's way too much there. How about that? Let's let time play, see how we're doing. Alright. Cool yourself down. That is way too much temperature. Right. Let's see where this ends up. Woohoo, right, okay. I think we need a bit more to him. For reflection, give us more reflection. Infrared, atmosphere layers, we're going to turn that down. Go down to 4. Okay, 20 degrees, 18, 17, 6. We're going to try and get it around Earth temperature. It's losing a bit too much temperature. Let's go back up to 5 layers. Okay, that seems to be where we want to be sitting. 15 degrees. How are we doing visually wise? It does look good. That golden yellow to it, it really adds to it. And I think that's actually all snow again. I think the snow is... Can we melt it all? It's surface, isn't it? Melt. Get out of here. So it keeps freezing up again. Look, as soon as I melt it, it freezes. Very, very strange. But what we're going to do is that is too much ice in my life. Oh, that is it. Snow. Get out of here, snow. We don't want no more snow. Well, we could dim the snow, actually, just so it doesn't... Yeah. Alright, yeah. I'm going to roll with that. So if we look underneath now, that's what we've got. So the green is a little more prominent. Obviously, the ocean's still very, very bizarre looking. But there you go. Atmosphere and clouds back on. Maybe a little more blue. Oh, I love that. Okay, that blue has just done it for me. That is looking so much better. And then just a slightly more thickness. There you go. Great job. That is looking... I think that looks fabulous. Right. LP12. Job done. Great looking design that, I think, is. So there we are. And what I'll do is, like I did with the last system, guys, where I colonised the whole solar system, I'll put this up on the workshop for you guys. What about that? I know a lot of people like that, and I saw a lot of people, yeah, really, really appreciated that. So yeah, I'll do it with this one as well. And I'll put a link in the description as always. Okay. Let's see here. That is, I really, really love the way that looks. I think that's such a cool design. 19.9 degrees. Okay, we'll leave it the way it is. It'll be a warmer sort of design. Okay, cool. Right, next up. Got slightly inclined orbits as well, which is cool. Next up, we have got... So I'm thinking... Ooh. It's got... I want to go with a more Earth-like world now. Like a proper, nice balance of everything. So what are we thinking here? Any templates we could use? Where are we? Oh yeah, actually, while I'm here, I actually just need to do a bit of management. I need to delete this here because I've got it on my top list now. Right, okay, ignore that. Right. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's just resetting. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I do want to try and build off something we have. I'm just thinking, there was a cool world I used back in the Evolving a Custom Solar System from Birth to Death. So let's see if we can try and get something, try and find whatever that was. Was it Future? I'm going to use Future. I think it may have been this one. Let's see how this works. So we're going to go around a bit of a bigger jump here. I'm going to put it here. Future. Okay, so let's see how this... Is this the one I was thinking of? How does this world look? Okay, so what exactly is going on here? Let's melt it all. So that's what it looks like underneath. Okay, it's already got a nice tropical look to it, actually, so maybe it is a world we could use. Yeah, okay, I'll roll with that as a template. Right, first of all, we'll go with temperature. Let's try and get that sorted out. Okay, so where are we? So how are we going to sit for temperature? Let's go to 0 degrees. Okay, it's getting too cold. Okay, so it looks like we do need a little more kick to it. So infrared, let's go up to 2 layers. 3 layers. 1 ATM already. Albedo is already quite low. Let's see how we sort itself out. 0 degrees again. Let's speed up time. Let's see how we sort ourselves out. It looks like it isn't enough. We need more layers. Where are we at? Surface. Okay. 5 layers? 6 layers maybe? Should be enough to give it the kick it needs. Okay, it is warming up. Alright, let's see how we sort it out. Where are we going to sit roughly? Okay, 2 degrees. Okay, so we could do with a bit more there. All right, let's go with. I forgot Alpha Centauri B was chilling there. 7 layers. Okay, 7 layers seems to have done the trick. 12 degrees. That is a nice position to be sitting in. Let's look at its stats already. 74 and 69. Nice stats there. We're going to go to 1. I'm going to make it actually very similar to Earth. We're going to make it 1. We're going to get very, very similar in size, radius. There. Okay. Going to go to a nice 1 ATM as well. Get it all similar to Earth stats. Try and go for a nice... We'll go for an... I don't really go for stats. I mean, I just roll with what I get. But let's try and go for an Earth stat build. Try and get some high 90s or something maybe. 0.28. I just want to try and get that temperature around 15 degrees, which is roughly Earth average. So 17, 16. Okay. Let's put it straight to 15. See where it sits from 15. Okay, so it's warming up a little more. Okay, so we're just going to increase that albedo just a tiny bit more. 0.21. Just a little bit extra. 14, 13. Okay. So let's see if it can sit roughly there. Let's see. Is it going to... Okay. 13, is that pretty comfortable? Stats are still looking a bit... Alright. Let's actually start making it look good. Right. Okay, so we're going to go with nice Earth-like design. We're going to go with the good old traditional blue. So a nice blue, earthy blue atmosphere to roll with it. White clouds already done. City lights, of course. Snow is white. Ice is white. Water. I think we do need more water, which is probably where it's losing its likelihood. So we're going to increase that water up, get a nice look to it. We'll give it a nice refresh of its surface texture as well. Turn it into a gas giant and back. Alright. Looking good. And then just increase the oceans nicely. Alright. Now. Surface colours. What are we thinking? It's got to be the good old traditional greens and stuff, I think. Oh, I do like that. And then let's go over sandy yellow. Somewhere there. Oh, okay. What if I go this as a more sandy yellow and then go over, make the green a little deeper? So that middle elevation is too much yellow. So maybe we have that as the like a deep foresty green. Have some higher yellow elevation there, so that's the sand. Then we've got more of a traditional green there. I think that's maybe a little too much water. Let's just have a little less. So if we just look underneath, we'll see what we've got. So that's what we're rolling with at the moment. But I do always like having that lighter shade in there. It really does stand out, I think. But that darker shade's a little too prominent, isn't it? Alright. Have that. Maybe what if we had this as the yellow desert and then have the other colours as the deeper. Something like that? What does that, how does that look? There's too much green. The greens are too similar. What if we went with a more sort of muddy design to it? More something like that? Ooh. A bit more yellow to it. Stronger yellow shade. It's got its deserts. It's got its sort of greenish areas. And then it's just this colour I need to figure out. What colour do I want here? Maybe we could have a slight purple look to it, maybe? To represent colour, flower beds, stuff like that. No, I'm not digging it. I don't dig purple on the objects, I have to say. Maybe like a dark lime green, maybe? Yellowy lime green. And this is a deeper green, maybe. Ooh, I'm liking more that. Okay. And then if I make this just more of a traditional green, then you throw that all back on. How does that look? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking it. Yes. All right. Clouds. We'll go with thick and thick, I guess. That's a little too much. Streaks. No. Fluffy clouds. No, the basic ones. Turbulent. Yeah, alright. Turbulent and fluffy. Oh, I don't know. Sparse. I want to have a bit of streaks. I don't want storm. Wispy. I do like wispy. Wispy's a nice mix between thick and thin. Yes. Alright, okay. And then the blue atmosphere is looking nice as well. Be a deeper shade of blue, like a real Earth-like design to it. I'm liking it. How are our stats looking? 82 and 75. Yeah, pretty decent stats going on there. 101 degrees isn't really a nice place to be, though, so we need to really cool that down. So that is way too much. Albedo, we're going to put up to 0.3. Let's see how that sorts itself out. Probably because we've changed the other stats, it's changed the temperature a bit. So let's see how that sort of works itself out. So way too hot there. Let's go straight up to 0.4. Pull it back to 15 degrees. Let's see how that sorts itself out. Still increasing. Way too hot. Okay, atmosphere layers. That's what we're going to lower back to 5. Still increasing too much. Okay, back to 3. Maybe even 2. Okay, let's see how it sorts itself out. Okay. Ooh, alright, okay. We need, all the polar caps are showing up though. That's looking cool. Okay, so you can see straight away the difference between... That's 3 layers. So where are we? So that was... So let's go back to 2 layers. And 2 layers immediately is too much. So we need to put it back to 3 and then lower or increase the albedo a bit. Just to get that nice balance. See, there we go. Okay, so we need to lower the albedo again. 0.5. Okay, and then the ice caps are going to make this look good as well. 0.49. 10 degrees, okay. I think 0.48 should be it. 10.6 degrees, that's perfectly fine with me. Okay, slow it down. Whoa, oh no, don't go too fast. Slow down. There you go, right. How are we looking now? Oh, the polar caps look so good. They add to it. They really do add to him. All right. I think there's too much water. Where's all our land gone? Oi, give us our land back. Let's give it a nicer tilt as well. More, not just a slight tilt. Okay. Right. Hey, on my oceans. Get out of here. It's way too much land. Where's our land gone? Oi. Give us our land back. There you are. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Alright, okay. I don't know why it's all gone all funny. Okay, let's just check it's all working then. What is its rotational period anyway? 15 hours. I guess go to a more traditional 20. We'll go 23.2 or 23.4. So more similar to Earth as well. Yeah, very similar Earth-like design here. Okay, oh, there we go. Now the oceans are sort of looking okay. I still think the green is too prominent. I still think this area here is too much for me. I don't like it. It's too bright. Too much bright green. It's this shade, isn't it? If we just... There you go. Fixed it. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Alright. I'll roll with that. So let's see how that... so then all that back on as well. I think the atmosphere is a little too much. I'm going to lower that back down. Somewhere there, yeah, alright. Minus 14 degrees. What? Oi, what are you doing? 0 degrees. What are you doing? What's all that about? Oi, don't do that. 0.37. Put it to 15 degrees. 14.9, okay. 10 degrees, is it going to warm up? No, we want it in between 10 and 15. That's the opportune place. 0.31. Still cooling down. Alright, lower it down more. 0.22. That should give it a nice boost. Okay, it's warming up. 15 degrees. Is it going to cool down? If it's stuck in between 10 and 15, that's the ideal spot. So that's where we want to be. Now it's warming up again. Okay, so we're going to increase this a bit. 0.24. 15.1. Okay, how are we sitting there? 15.0. Okay, that's cooling down. 10 degrees. Is it going to warm up? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay, so we want to sit roughly there. Let's check our stats now. We've got 94. That's where we want to be. Roughly in the 90s for similarity. Perfect. Life likelihood, 74%. Looking good. So we've made quite a nice design here. So there's a proper Earth-like sort of look. Probably the closest to Earth we'll have in this system, actually. So, we have a nice traditional earthy blue as well. Why not? There you go. Alright, nice. So we've got a nice inner solar system here around Alpha Centauri A. Looking very, very nice indeed. And that's taken us almost 40 minutes to make 4 planets. You know, when I get around to making systems, I make them very in-depth. And I love making them in-depth, you know. It's got to be perfect. So, a Lombi here. I mean, just 4 planets has taken almost 40 minutes. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. How are we doing? 24 degrees. Okay, they're all looking good on temperature still. 33 at LP12. I think the oceans have gone a little too crazy here. Let's head back. Let's see what's going on here. But it is more of an ocean world now. And you can see the blue on it. The blue, you can definitely recognise the blue. I do think we just need a little less on the oceans. Let's lower those down a bit. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Whoa, that's way too much. Oi. So our ocean's back. Just trying to find the balance. It's annoying when it does that. Okay, see how that sorts itself out. Okay, cool. Alright. Temperature-wise, how are we doing? Minus 266. That's not how science works. So what is that? Why is it doing that? It was perfectly fine earlier. See, look. Ugh. It's the good old glitchy world, isn't it? 0 degrees. What is going on here? LP12, you are broken. Look at that. What is that? Oh, look, see, it just does it. 1 minute it's working fine. The next minute it's all over the place. Put it up to 10. Look at this. See, it's still getting too cold. See, it's glitched. It is broken. It's completely broken. And that is a shame. So I think we may have to actually scrap it, which is really, really frustrating because we did put a lot of time into it. But it's not having it. It's just broken. So we are going to have to, unfortunately, scrap it. And we're going to have to put a replacement in fairly quickly. So let's go with this world here. This one looks interesting. We'll place it roughly where LP12 was. We'll make it into a similar design. So what's going on here? It's a thick atmosphere we got on this. Okay, so what is underneath? Let's lower this down. It's also modded, so maybe this could be a good replacement object. Alright, it's already got city lights to boot of it as well. It's an object that one of you guys made, if I remember right. So let's see what we've got here. Let's get the temperature in place first. Put it to 0 degrees. So it's getting too cold. Right, we need to warm it up. 1 ATM. Let's increase this infrared up. Let's see where we're going to sit. So it's warming up now. Let's put it to 15 degrees. So hopefully that'll be a nice place for it to sit. Now we're going to start adding water in. Let's immediately go for some more water. Looks like it already has water on it as well. Let's have a look underneath. Alright, okay, so that's what we got underneath. The water colour is a horrible shade of blue. We're going to make it immediately change that to a nicer shade. We're going to lower the water down as well. It's a little too much for my liking. So there we go. It's got craters on it. This looks like it was a texture of Mercury originally. Put city lights on, 100%. Clouds, already looking nice and gold. Atmosphere on as well. So like we did with LP12, we're going to go with a nice shade of blue with this. So that had a modded atmosphere on it. Let's put it back to the blue we had. So somewhere like that. So there's our LP12 replacement. Quick build, but yeah, I'm liking it. Keeps the gold clouds as well. So we can see here. We should be able to change one of them to thick as well. There you go, yeah. Alright, perfect. And then just finding that, getting that nice shade of blue in there, really. So, a little bit more there. Yeah, alright. I'm liking it. 25 degrees, so it's going to sit around there. That's perfectly fine. I don't want it going any hotter than that, really. So we're going to increase the albedo up a bit. 2.45. Stop warming up. Cool yourself, man. 0.52. It's cooling down. Put it to 15 degrees. Is it warming up? Yes, it is. Okay, right. That should be in a nice balance. Okay, so there's a quick fix for LP12. So that's our replacement object there, unfortunately. So there we go. But yeah, still a good-looking design. So give it a nice sort of blue shade. There you go. Right. That's what our system so far is now. Looking good. Right. Now, what are we thinking next? I'm thinking a all-ocean world this time. Basically a Kepler 22b. So actually, where is Kepler 22b? We're going to use that as our build. It should be a nice deep blue if I remember right. There it is. Well, there's one of my versions of it. That's an old design, that Kepler 22b. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the one with the original blue trail it came with. Yeah, alright. So the last of the... yes, I'm going to place it there. Right, okay, so it's further out, so we're going to need a bit of atmosphere to warm him up, so... Okay, infrared layer. So look, if we look here, we're going to need immediately, we're going to need more. So, that's straight there. Put it to 20 degrees. Still warming up, alright. So we're going to lower this down. Somewhere there. Is that too much? Still warming up? Alright, okay, so we'll let that how it sort itself out now. Okay. We're going to go with nice deep blue. Clouds all the way up, of course. There you go. Slow things down. Turn this up as well. Getting nice deep blue atmosphere. Looking good there. We're going to go with a nice Neptune blue, sort of deep blue. Ocean's already pre-built for us. Perfectly nice looking the way it is. So there's an all-ocean design there. 25.5 degrees as well. It's Kepler 22b, everyone. There you go. Right. Cool. So this is our lineup so far. So I don't know why they're all glowing hot. That ain't right. Oh yeah, they better not be all glowing hot. What's that all about? Okay, they're looking fine. I'm loving that. That's a good looking one actually. It's a nice replay. Maybe it's even better than LP12. Hello, are you doing a lombi? What are you doing down here? Turn this zone off. 25 degrees. Then we have 24 degrees at this one here. Very exotic green. Then at this one, we have got 16. And at our Earth-like world, we should be around 14. So that's looking great. How's our stats on it looking as well? 94 and 75, so they have gone up a little since we looked. And then Kepler 22b over here, 25.5 degrees. Heavy ocean world, as we can see here. Looking good. So let's just let it play out. See how Kepler 22b sorts himself out. A little more reflectivity is needed, I think. Increase the albedo up a bit more. Let's get a bit of reflection. Don't want it going too high. 20 degrees still warming up. Okay, so it's going to be 20 and 30 for Kepler 22b. Okay, right. So, moving on to the outer reaches around Alpha Centauri A. Because remember, we still have Alpha Centauri B to do as well. So, this is probably going to be a 2-3 part series here to make the summer theme solar system. Because it's taken us 45 minutes to add 5 planets. So, imagine if I was going to go to 50 planets. Or 25 to 50. That'd take a while. Right. I'm thinking gas giants. We've got to have an exotic summer themed gas giant. So, I think, like we do in a lot of our systems, I think we're going to have to make a summer version of the deluxe objects, our favourite gas giants to play around with. So I'm thinking we could probably remodel cold deluxe into a summer deluxe. So we're going to need some nice warm colours to really fix it. So I'm going to go with, or do I use Christmas to build off? The green is going to be essential. Oh, I'm thinking colour wise. So I think we have to use cold, or so I'm going to actually go with cold deluxe. I'm going to place it here. First of the gas giants, right. So remember, these don't have to be hackable. They just have to look summery in colours. So I'm thinking here. So it's got blue in the middle, purple at the bottom. I think if we turn the top into yellow, and it goes yellow, blue. I think we have yellow, blue, green. So if we go to the bands. So I want to turn all the, so for instance this, I want to turn these into shades of yellow. So I'm immediately going to do that now. So I have like a nice, exotic, bright, summery colours. So we're going to get rid of the green. Have it as this. So it's going to go from yellow to blue instead of green to blue. So this is going to look pretty darn good, I'm hoping. And we're making the new deluxe object as well, because we do quite like our deluxe gas giants, because they haven't got too many bands, they don't have too little bands. So a nice mix of, I mean, it's enough bands. It's enough. You don't really need much more than this. Nor do you need really any less. It's just a nice mix in between lots and too little. So, right. Let's keep going there though. So yellow is our prominent colour at the top here. So nice shades there. It's already looking good. Okay, let's continue. So we want all of these to be yellows. Then we should be able to blend into the blue quite nicely. So let's continue there. Maybe a few lime green shades will stay in there as well. Keep it interesting. So it goes yellow, turquoise into blue. It's got to be nice summery colours. So nice and warm. So we've got the yellow representing the sun, I guess, then we have blue representing the ocean, and then green representing nice green, vibrant grass, I guess, something like that. Okay. That lime green there's a little too much, I can tell where that band is straight away. Alright, so it goes yellow, blue, well yellow, it's like yellow turquoise, and it goes blue. So after the deep blue, I want to go to green. So all these purples here, I want to put these straight to green now. Let's see how that sort of looks once we get that all sorted. But yeah, this is an interesting one here. So let's see how this sort of sorts itself out. It'd be cool if there was like a random generator for gas giant bands. If you had like, say you had 100 bands, and then you press random, and then you could select a colour, and then it generate random like RGB colours around the colour you picked. That could be quite a cool way to... Maybe that's something to suggest in the Discord, actually. Maybe I'll do that. It sounds like quite a good... Maybe something a little interesting, just to really mix up colours a little more. Okay, I'm liking the green, though. That's looking good. So we just need to get to the blues, and then that will blend nicely in. So... here we are. That yellow's got like... I don't want that. That's completely pointless. We don't need any shades of yellow. It's got to be the greens. Maybe we have this as our dominant gas giant in this part of the system as well, so that could be quite good. Alright, almost there. Just a few more purples to get rid of, and then we can go straight into the blues. So somewhere like this. That's almost there. Got a few turquoisey greens in there as well. That yellow one, more yellow shade's got to go. Kind of just sprayed random colours in here. I gotta say, I don't like that at all. That looks horrible. So we're going to need that turquoisey colour to sort of blend in, I think. So we're going to need sort of these shades here just to slowly blend the colours in more, because that looks horrible. That looks absolutely awful. The deep blue going straight to that is not. I'm not a fan of that at all. That looks horrible, horrific. That's looking slightly better. I just need to work on the colour blending because it's... Yeah, I think the deep blue's got to go, and then we just go straight into the cyan-y blues. I think that's probably the way to rock and roll with that. So that's already looking better. Okay, so it's just about getting that colour blended together nicely. Somewhere like there. And down here, throw a few more blues in. And at the bottom, maybe we go white. Just to have a few extra mixes in there. So just pale out some of these greens a bit, just to have a little extra colour at the bottom as well. Oh, can't have reds. Get out of here. Right. Okay. Just have a slightly different southpaw as well, because I think the green is very prominent down here. So we're going to just slowly turn some more of those to the turquoise again, so it blends in nicely together. Okay, what's this? This band here needs to go. Is that this shade? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, alright, okay, that's looking more summery, isn't it? And I think at the top, we go for slightly more orangey shades to represent a nice warmth. So, just a bit at the top, not too much, but just a slight few shades of more orange at the very top. I think we just need to work on blending the yellow into the cyan a bit more as well. So let's get some shades of orange at the top, just a few extra mix of colour there. Oops, let's put that back there. There you go. It's been quite a while since I've done really gas giant customization like this, so nice to be back. So there's orange, right? And then in that case here, we'll go with lime greens to sort of blend, make the transition blend between the shades a bit better. So yes, that's already looking so much better. I think this shade here is a little okay. So that's lime green, yep. Maybe a few more lime greens in there just slowly, but that's already looking better with the colour blending. And then just a few more oranges at the top just to really fix her up. Yes, that's what we want. Yes, that's looking great. So it goes into the lines and the darker blue. Then I think we just need to blend these a little nicer together as well. Maybe make the darker blue a little higher up as well. Just have a few deeper shades in there. But overall, I'm really liking the way this has turned out. Just remember the deep blue in the middle, actually, the nice deep ocean sort of looking blue. Neptune blue. Right in the middle here, let's have the real dark colours somewhere around here. There, yeah, yes. Oh yes, that's looking good. Yeah, sort of more paler shade. Oh yes, that's looking good. Maybe have like 2 deeper layers of it. Oh yes. Do like that. So the deepest blues are in the middle now. So is that looking like a summery sort of look to it? I mean, I think the bottom still needs work on. I think that green is a little too much. Maybe go over darker green at the bottom instead of white. Go over deeper green. Let's try that. Because I think the green is just too dominant. There's too much dark or too much light green on it. We need to blend those better. So let's continue with this. See how that sort of plays out. Get rid of all these. Oh no, hang on. All right, okay. let's just darken all of these. So much deeper greens. Just so there's less of the... Cause we have a bit of green at the top, obviously. The lime green blending in the yellow and the blue. So if we have a deeper green going into the dark blues, that could look a little better, actually. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, okay, I want to say that's looking a bit better, actually. So... Alright. And I'm going as fast as I can, so I'm sorry if I'm being a little boring if you need to. There we are. But yeah, I promise it won't be much longer. Just a little faster. But it's always nice to see the whole process of making objects, I have to say, so. Ooh, it's a little too much. I don't know. I don't know if I've ruined him. I think we need a little more brighter shades to sort of blend the dark to the light a little more, because we've just gone from light to dark. We need a few colour blends in there, I think. Yeah, that's already looking better. So what we'll do is maybe throw a few sort of bluer shades in there as well, just to really sort of mix things up and blend it nicely in there. But yeah, that's already looking pretty. Yes, I'm liking that already. But yeah, just a few sort of dark blue shades in there as well, just to randomly mix things up a bit. But yeah, this is an attempt at Summer Deluxe, so what do you think of this? It looks pretty summery to me, like nice vibrant shades in there. But yes, definitely not the best one I've made, but it's alright. It's a bit of a weirder combination of colours, I have to say. But that's not looking too shabby, I don't think. Maybe we just need to blend some of the darker to light a little more here as well, I'd say. Just a few more shades in there. Oh, white band doesn't look too bad, actually. Okay, and then just a few more of the lighter shades on each side. So the deep blue will literally just be in the middle spot, effectively. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll roll with that. So there's Summer Deluxe. So let's call it Summer Deluxe. There you are. Voila. So I'm going to roll that, but that could be a work in progress. I may come back to this one. I don't know if I'm too keen. If anyone's got any feedback on how you want that to look, let me know. If there's any colours I should change. I'm not convinced on some of them, I have to say, but we're going to roll with it for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a slightly more eccentric design to it as well, 0.1. Just to slightly do that. And then this is going to be the dominant gas giant, so it's currently 2.14 Jupiters. That is enormously large. We're going to go down to 2. Or mass, sorry. We're going to go 2 Jupiters of mass. 2 mass, 2 radius. Okay, fine. So dominant gas giant, Summer Deluxe. Looking good. Right, next up, moving on. Okay. Oh, I thought that was an orbit being changed there. That's just my cursor. Right. So it seems like that Summer Deluxe could be a troublemaker. So I'm going to go a glow in here. I'm going to place you there. So if Summer Deluxe causes problems, we're going to have to change the mass. So glowing, it's already got a nice design to it. It's got an orange and blue. So it already looks very nice and summery, like a sunset shade. So hopefully that will look pretty good the way it already is. And we won't really need to change it. I think Summer Deluxe is too massive. We're going to lower that rate of mass down a bit. Because that is going to cause problems. So if I say, oh, hang on, what's all this? Maybe just over a Jupiter in mass. I don't want to mean too much. You can see glowing has already had a big problem here. We're going to increase your mass up, though, because that's obviously way too little. So we've got a little more stronger mass to it. Oh, no, I don't want to replace. No, hang on. Cancel. Auto orbit. So hopefully a little more mass will hopefully make it balance out with Alpha Centauri A a bit more. But also we do have the pool of Alpha Centauri B around here as well. You can already see that is causing problems having Summer Deluxe's presence there. So we may not be able to have an object so large in radius here. So we're actually going to lower this down. So the dominant gas giant won't be actually that big. Because we're going to have to really sort of be careful here. I could probably move Summer Deluxe closer to the inner solar system. See that Alpha Centauri B is already having some serious problems. So that's not good. And lower it in a bit. And then lower the eccentricity down a bit as well. So I don't like how Centauri B's being pushed around a bit. That's a bit dodgy. And then this guy here, we're going to lower you down a bit as well. Okay, let's see how. Let's see. Ah, that's a real annoying. That is. Okay. So maybe we'll have to turn it into a red dwarf instead and have it further. Ah, I don't know. 0.907 there. It's very dodgy, isn't it? Okay, let's see how this runs for a bit. Okay. So we see glowing. I'm not. Yeah, that's not good. I think Alpha Centauri B is starting to have a big change on obviously the orbits. So this is going to be a problem. So I think the solution is we're going to have to double this out. Get Alpha out the way so it's having less presence, less pull on the other planets. So you can see it's trying, it really is trying. So we're going to have to try and go with a bigger jump then. But I do think at some of the Lux is going to be, yeah, it's causing problems. We do need that radius to be halved. So we can't really have a super high gas giant level in here with that second star. Okay, how's that looking? That's already looking better. Let's lower this down a bit. So a bit of a jump there. Okay, how about that? Yes. Okay, and that's already looking better. So Alpha Centauri B is out the way, because if we look here as well, so if we're going to place a planet in between, look, this is where the orbits will break. Look, you can see you can't really go much further out than 45 AU around Alpha A, and Alpha B about 35. So the gap between the two stars there. So we've got to be very careful. Got to keep an eye on that. All right, cool. So that's our system so far. I'm going to save. We're going to go and name it the summer system. So we've got all the summery colours in it. Nice bright shades. So nice blues, yellows, greens. Right. I think I'm going to end off today's episode there, guys. So yeah, of course, as always with systems, any feedback you may have, let me know down below. Anything you think should be changed, altered, added, things that we could change, yeah, especially with Summer Deluxe. Anything we should change there? Do the bands look good? Is there anything else we want to change there? Let me know. And of course, also any feedback, as always, let me know. And just anything at all, let me know what you think. Because I'm very interested to see what you guys think of this. I think we've got a nice lineup so far with these guys. Let's just line them all up as well. So there's Summer Deluxe. We've got Glow in here. I think we could probably change the band colours on that slightly. Then we got Kepler 22b here. Nice ocean world. We got Enixus, a Lombi, Footier, and these guys are all around a nice similar radius as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's our lineup so far. So what do you guys think of that? Looking good. Nice. Alright, but yeah, anyways, let's get that also saved again, just to make sure it's all fine. Cool. So yeah, as always, like I said, any feedback, let me know down below in the comments. Constructive, just yeah, anything constructive. Let's see what you guys have to say. But yeah, that all said and done, guys. Let's see if we can go for 60 likes on today's video, and if you liked it, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And let's try and aim for 25,000 subscribers in the very near future. But if that all said and done, guys, make sure you have a great day, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.